So today we are going to start with the Python operators. So Python operators are very simple. Like you may studied in the other skills also. These operators. The same concept here also in a Python operators. Like wherever you see here, arithmetic operator, comparison operator, which is called as relational operator too, assignment operator, logical operators, and then bitwise operator, membership operator, identity operator. All these operators will be called as like Python operators. These are all called as Python operators. So what Python operators do? Python operators are the construct which can manipulate the value of the operand. Like if you want to perform some arithmetic operator like a plus a, 10 plus 10, 20 into 10, like that, those things. Or if you want to do any comparison, operations, or you want to assign some value to some of the variables, or you want to use some logical operator and or and not all these things, bitwise operator, membership operator, all these terms will come to to simplify your Python codes. So today we'll see that what are these operators are. So we'll make it fast as it very simple. Like arithmetic operators will have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and then modulus. So and all these things, I assume that you people know. So 10 plus 20, which will be 30, and wherever the addition will come, that will be come under the arithmetic operators. Subtractions will be there, multiplications will be there, divisions will be there. What about modulus operator? So consider that if any number is gonna divisible by any number, and how much will be the remainder, that will be considered as modulus. If you have a 7 is the value and you are going to divide it by 2, so 7 by 2, it will go 3 times, and then we will have a remainder as 1. So this one remainder will be called as modulus. So modulus output will be 1 here. Modulus output will be 1 here. Exponent is nothing but to the power, like 4 to the power 3. So 4 into 4, which will return 64. Floor division, which will be again how many times the value will be divisible, that will be called as floor division. So if you take a modulus kind of things, so this is the divisor from which a number you are going to divide the number. The number which you are going to divide, that will be called as dividend. And then like how many times the number will be divided, that will be called as quotient. And how much will be in the end, how much will be the left out, that will be called as remainder. So all these things are come under your simple division method. So this is the general term, school terms and all. So as examples, if you take, if we have a is equals to 21 and b is equals to 10, a is equals to 21 and then b is equals to 10. And then if you want to write a plus b, then simply you can write a plus b, which this is going to print. And here the additions will be performed here. So let me execute and I'll show you this term. I'll make it little bit faster so that you should not struggle with the basic things only, so that we can move to the Databricks. We'll complete Python faster and then we'll move to the Databricks faster. So I'm starting the cluster here. So you have to start cluster before executing your task. So these are the things are there. Free 15 GB memory and all these things are there, which is provided by, until unless you will not start cluster. So you'll not able to run the any of the notebook. Consider that I'm going to open a notebook here. So notebook, what we were having Python class 1, and then we were having Python class 2. Let's make it as this one only. So we'll execute here. So before that, we have to attach our cluster here. So it's still in progress. So let it be. Till then, we'll go and we'll see some of the more in output. So now if you see here, A divided by A modulus B. So A modulus B, you have to focus more. Other than that, everything else you will be knowing. So 21 divided by 10, which will go 2 times. and remainder will be 1. So the output of this will be 1. So output of modulus will be A modulus B, output will be 1. Now, Python comparison operators. If the operators which you are gonna use for the comparison kind of things, like you are gonna assign some value here. So a 4 double equals to 5. So which is not true. Not equals to sign is this one, and then 4 not equals to 5, that is true. Greater than 4 is greater than 5, which will return false. Less than means 4 is less than 5, which is true. Greater than equals to like 4 is greater than equals to 5, which is not true. Then less than equals to, which is also not true. Somehow it is little bit true, but it's 4 is not equals to 5, but it's less than 5. So partially it's the correct one. So these are all these things are there. So let me see, cluster is started. Let's get started like this. Okay. So now it's started now. So if you want to run any of the, so you have to attach the cluster here. Okay. So this is the things, and if you want to perform all these actions, then you run, and then you will get output as a. So a plus b 31, then all these things minus modification, like multiplication and division, and remaining I have not copied, but it is. I wanted to show you the modulus one, which you need to know. Maybe a few people may get confused, or you may get you need to do the brush up of kind of things. So modulus things, when I'll run this one, will get a reminder as 1. So this is the modulus output. And then, like if you see 21 to the multiplication of 10 to the power of 10, 10 like cube, it will be kind of cube. 21 to the power of 10 into 10 into 10, something like that. So which is giving like this. Now, will not waste more time. So all these things you can do practice here. Python assignment operator, which is going to assign the value. Assignment operator equals to will be the assignment operator, which is going to assign a value to a variable. So consider that 10 I'm assigning to a variable. And then add addition assignment, plus equals to how much value you are assigning. Consider that a is equals to 10, and you are writing a plus equals to 5, which means a is equals to a plus 5. A is equals to a plus 5. Minus means a is equals to a minus 5. Multiplication means a is equals to a into 5. This multiplication equals to division equals to means a is equals to a divided by number. And then modulus equals to a modulus 5. Exponent again same thing, a to the power of 2. So let's see this one. What will be the output? So now I'm going to take a is equals to 10, which is like when I write a plus equals to 5, 10 plus 5, it will be give you 15. Here it will be 10 minus 5, which will give you 5, which will give you a minus equals to 5 means a is equals to a minus 5. So it should give how much the value? 10 minus 5. Acha, a we have assigned as a 5.
So Jay, we can also write a equals to a plus 5 as well.
Yeah, you can write that as well.
Okay.
That is the meaning of this one.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
But why is not working this one? A minus equals to 5. Yeah, now it's working fine. So A value is 10, then A is equals to A minus 5, which will give you 5. Same thing, multiplication also. A is equals to A into 5, which will be 50. So here it's taking one time only assignment, and then the value change here. That's why it was showing as a 10. Your A value is changing. So here A value is changing. Then again A value is changing here. Then again A value, whatever it changed earlier, that it is taking. So when you will take A is equals to 10, then it will be perfectly fine. Before the I'm running this one. So now it's a 50. 50. So like this, you do practice of all these things. So it's all simple only. Now I'm going to take again for the modulus I want to show. So A is equals to 10 and A modulus equals to 3. A is equals to A modulus 3. 10 divided by 3. So which will give you 1. Which will give you 1. So it will go 3 times. 3 3 is 9 and then 10 minus 9, 1 will be remainder.
So Jay, since it is a Python notebook, I'm assuming like we no need to import any predefined packages or libraries, right? So directly we can write the code.
Yeah, like wherever you need to import, that there you have to import those library. That's a kind of Python interpreter only. How you have the Anaconda and PyCharm and other things. This is also kind of same thing only, but like this is a normal mathematical term where we don't need mathematics to import. We don't have to import the math term. But wherever like other things like date or pandas or numpy or any other library we have to import, we have to import.
Got it. Thank you.
So and logical operator, we'll have the and logical operator or logical operator in the logical operator. So what it and logical operator? So it's a simply if like you have a uh, 0 0 and 0, which will give you 0 0 0 and logical operator 1, which will give you 0 only, and then 1 and 0, which will give you 0. In one condition only it will give you true. When you have 1 and 1 means true is true, and a logical operator true, it will give you true. So 1 means true, 0 means false. So this is the and logical operator. And you have or logical operator, which will give you in three condition it will give you true, and other than one condition out of four condition it will give you false. So consider 0 and 0 or logical operator, which will give you 0 0, which will give you 0, and then 1 or 0, which will give you 1, and then vice versa 0 or 1, which will give you 1 true, and then 1 or 1, which will give you true only. And not logical operator, it will just make it opposite. Means like if you are doing not true, which means it will return false. Not true means it will return false. Means what? Not 0, not 0, which will give you is equals to 1, true. Not 1, not 1 means not true, is equals to it will give you false. These are all mathematical terms you may study in your education, maybe engineering or some other terms. So here is written same thing. Okay. So not means 0 not, which will give you 1 true, and then 1 not, which will give you false. Okay. So all these things refer it. This is the use of your OR logical operator. Or logical operator. So when I run this one, consider that we got it as a interior number. Either of the number is greater than 0. So when I write it, A is equals to 10 and B is equals to minus 10 and C is equals to 0. So I'm passing some condition here in if condition. If A is greater than 0, A is greater than 0, that is true. And then B is greater than 0. B is not greater than 0. B is less than 0. So this is returning true and this is returning false. But we know that true or false, which will give you true only. So it will execute this one. It will not go to the else part. Then again, we have another condition where B is greater than 0. B is not greater than 0, which is false. And then again, C is greater than 0. C is not greater than 0. C is equals to 0. So in both the condition, you have false, false. False, false will give in or logical operator. It will give you false only. So when it will give you false, so it will not print this statement, true statement. It will go and it will print else part. When the result will be false, it will go to the else part. When the result will be true, then it will print the first statement. So that's why you are getting a second output. So this is what the OR logical operator. If you use AND logical operator, the result may change, and you will get consider that I'm writing here and here also I'm writing AND. Okay, so when you see here, this is true and this is false. In AND logical operator, when you give a true, false, it will give you false only. It will give you false only. So what is in the document we have here? AND logical operator. When I give true, false, which will give you false only. So when I run this one, we are expecting false statement here, which when the condition will be true, then only you will get this statement. When the condition is false, then it will print else part. So when I'll run this one, we'll get else part, and then in this condition also both the condition are false, so it will give you false part only. Consider that I'm making it correct. So A is greater than 10, that is true. Now B is less than 10, B is less than 0, I'll make it. So in both the condition, we have condition true only. So if you see here 1 1, which will return true. So this both the condition is true. In this case, it will return true only. It will return true only. So see, it is returning true part. So these are all logical operator. Do practice. This is for the not, this is for or, and then this is for the not. It is saying that A is equals to 10. If not A, print Boolean value of A is true. Okay, let me run this one. And then again, this is not true. Correct, like it's making it a false. So there is no false statement, so it will not print true because we have not given else part. It will just go and it will jump to this one. Then if not, A is modulus 3 is equals to 0. A divided by 10 divided by 3 is equals to 0. That is false. Then again, uh, A divided by 5, 10 divided by 5, which is true only. So if not true, so we know that this false or true, which will give true only. This is the inside, this is the or logical operator, which will give you true output, true. So if I'm passing, if not true, then it will return false. So what it will do, it will not return this one, it will return false part. So what I mean to say that I have not entered any else part here. Otherwise, it could be a else part also. So you consider that I am going to write here simply to show you the output. I'm going to write here as a else part 2. So else part I'm writing. So I'm expecting this output for the first statement, and then I'm expecting this statement for the second statement, second operations. So it will return 2 times same thing. This is not operator. Membership operator is nothing but in or not in. So like X in Y, yeah, fine. Then it will return true. Not in means it will return false. So these are all important. Your operators are there. So detail level of operators. So this chapter is over, and then we'll move to the next chapter. So casting, how we are going to cast from one data type to another data type. So consider that Python casting, how it will works. Consider that we have the consider this three types of data types we have considered. There may be at times when you want to specify a type onto a variable. So consider when I assign age equals to 10, which means it is a type of integer data type. When I assign age equals to 10.5, which is a float type of data types. Correct. And when I say that age equals to in double quote j, which means it is a string data type. So if I want to convert those data type to some other different data type, then we are going to use this constructor. So whatever the value we are writing int open bracket, close bracket, so that will be called as constructor function. So there may be time when you want to specify a type on a variable. This can be done with casting. Casting. So casting means what? We are converting one data type to another data type. So casting in a Python is therefore done using a constructor function, So int operator, float operator, and then int constructor, int constructor, constructor, and then string constructor. If any value you want to convert into the integer, then you're going to use int constructor. Construct an integer number from an integer literal, a float literal, or a string literal. So if you want to convert to integer from the float or the string, then you're going to use int constructor. Consider that we have a value here. So consider this is already an integer type. So, but for examples, we have taken as I'm going to convert into the integer data type, and this is the float value which I want to print is in integer format. So now if you see here, it will be converted to integer. And then this also, consider this is the string value. I want to convert into the integer. Then we can use int constructor. So now I'll show you the type of the each float or the string or the things. So which will be converted to the integer data type. Now, x is equals to 1, which will be of type of int. Y is equals to int 2.8. Float value I'm converting to the integer. String value I'm converting to the integer. Now, when I run this one, consider that I'm running this one without doing this. So now see the values. So print x, which is nothing but print x, which is nothing but 1. And then when you see here, float value 2.8 is also getting converted to 2. And then the string value is converted to is integer only. Now it's a 3. So if you want to find, if you want to find the type of this one, so we can directly write it type operator here. So type and then open bracket. Here you can do the close bracket. Now it will be of type of int. The same thing here also. Which will give you what data type it is. So we know that like it's a type of integer. So value also got converted to integer, and then your string value also got converted to uh, integer only. So it's all three values are type of int one. Same thing here. We are converting into the float value, which is in float value. Now I'm converting this integer value to float, which means it will add 1.1.0. Here it will be in a float only 2.8, and then it will also give you 3.0. 4.2 already in a float, so 4.2 it will give you. Now run this one and then get the values. You see, or everything is converted to float value. Same thing here. I'm gonna convert into the string. Already in string format, but I'm going to convert this one, and then this is two integer which will be converted into string. So now see the values. So 2 will be converted into string, which will be in a quote, and then 3.0 also will be converted to string only. Now see which values, if you see here, 3.0, 3.0, 2, 3.0, and what are the data types it is having? What type of data types it is having? All are string data types. All are string data. So this is the casting from one format to another format. All are easy only. Now string we'll see little bit more because it will have the slice operator and also and multiple functions will work here. So just give me 1 second. Okay, guys. Now we are going to start with the string. So Python string, how the string will be behaving in the Python. How the string values are behaving in the Python. So we are going to see that this is very important, topic in Python, and throughout Python it will be very important. All this concept. So we can create them simply by enclosing characters in a quote. So whatever you are writing in a single quote or double quote, which will be treated as is string, which will be treated as string. So anything you can mention in a single quote or double quote, which will be treated as string in Python. So we can create them simply by enclosing characters in a quote. String in a Python are surrounded by either single quotation mark or double quotation mark. So anything you can write in a single quote or double quote. Hello world, which is mentioned in a single quote, which will be treated as a string. Accessing value in a string, which is nothing but how you're going to access these values. Like I want to print, consider that we have a value hello world, and I want to print starting h. So as we know that in the Python, the numbering of the characters will start from 0. Your numbers will start from 0. Unlike SQL, your numbers will start from 1. But here your counting will start from 0. Counting of the characters will start from 0. And then if you want to print h, you have to declare in a like this, and then you'll be able to get whatever the value will be there at 0 positions, you will get here. And if you want to print something like 2, then you have to like if you want to print L here, first L, then you have to pass here 0. So pass here 0. And then we have the slice operator as well. So using slice operator, we'll be able to get the piece of characters, like in the sense, I want to print from ELL like this. So what happened in the Python, slice operator. So the value will start from 1. So value start from 0, and then the second value will be 1. And then whatever the end, limit you have mentioned, that will be -1. Okay, so 5 minus 1, 4. So up to 4 characters only it will print. So from first, second, third, first, second, third, and fourth only it will print. So it will not print up to fifth characters, it will print up to fourth characters only. Okay, so let me run and then I'll show you this output, which is the meaning of what? Like the string characters, string literals. Now, if you see here, like this is the B they have mentioned. Consider that I want to print same thing for A here. So A will get as ELLO. When I run this one, we'll get ELLO. As I told you that you want to print a 0 position, then you want to print H, then you have to pass here 0, which will be treated as first characters. And then if you want to print here as a this W, then you have to pass 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 you have to pass here. So when you'll pass here 6, when you'll pass here 6, it will print W. It will print W. And then if you want to print world, then you have to print 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 1, 11 you have to mention if you want to get till 10, because 11 will be excluded. When I mention here 11, and then I'm giving the starting point as a 6, 6 to 11. So it will print till 10 only, but we have to mention plus 1 to get the till 10th level of characters. So I want to print world here. So its world is printed. So 11 will come till here, but I want to print till 10th. So you have to pass here 11. So last value will be excluded and -1 it will work here. So 11 minus 1, which will be 10, up to 10th character only it will give you. So remember this point in string, it works like that. Overall in the Python, it works in the same way only. The starting for items, wherever like you write in a list or tuple or anywhere, it will be treated as starting value will start from 0, and then like last value, whatever the range you will give, that will be treated as -1. You have to always remember. The output you will get as a -1 only.
Jay, so basically in Python, we no need to explicitly mention that type of the variable, right? By default, you're
By
saying,
default, it will be if I mention the moment I assign the value, it will be treated as a string. It is a string data type.
got it. Yeah,
It is a string data. If I assign here age equals to 10, then it will be treated as it is an integer. Unlike Java, the moment you will assign integer or float or string, that will be treated as those values. Based on the value only, the data type will be assumed. And in backend of the Python interpreter, the memory will be allocated for the same thing.
got it.
So this is the part. Now, multi-line string, how will you write the multi-line string? You can write multi-line string, multi-line string. Just a second, guys. Yeah, Karthik, can I call you in half an hour? Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, now see the multiple line strings are there. So if you want to write multi-line string, so you have to mention in this either triple single quote or triple double quote. Let's see that how it works. And here's triple single quote also works, and then double single quote also works. Let me show you the output how it will look like. So now you see here your multiple line strings are there. If you want to write in a single line, I guess this should also work. Mm. So now it is considered in a single line. When you want to write in a multiple line, then you can write it with the triple quote. Both the condition it works, but when you have a requirement to define it like this, then you can write like this, or something more understandable understanding part. I can write it like J is taking uh, ADE class, ADE course, something like this, and then J is having 12 years of experience, something like this. Okay, okay. J is staying in Bangalore, something like this. I am writing. So either you can write in a single line if you did not give a space, or if you want to mention in a double line, multiple line, then you're gonna write like this paragraph kind of things. And dot will work here. Let me see. So yeah, yeah, perfectly fine. So paragraph kind of things, multiple sentences, you can write it. I'll take this as a one example. Same thing you will get for this also. Looping through a string. So how can you apply loop in a string? So what happen in a loop? For loop will be there, do while loop will be there, while loop will be there. We'll be seeing in the looping chapter. But as of now, I am gonna say you that like in Java you have a different like definition for the for loop. You have to initiate, and then you have to provide the increment or decrement or initialization, and then some three terms are there in a Java. But here you don't have to mention anything for X in banana. So this banana will be assigned in X. The banana string will be assigned in X, and then when you want to print X, what will happen? One by one will be executed. The one by one string will be one by one character will be executed. One by one characters will be executed. So when you see here, one by one, your string will be executed here. So like this. So banana complete it will be assigned to X, and then you're gonna print using for loop BANANE banana. String length. If you want to find the length, how many characters are there in a string, that you can use length function, len function. So using len function, you'll be able to find the length of a string. Consider that you have a big characters, and you want to find how many characters are there. Here you can manually count also, but consider that you have very big, very big lengths are there. Like consider that I have this string. I have this string. Okay. Consider I'm
Jay,
writing here. Hmm.
Jay, can you repeat that for loop again?
We'll see in a detailed level of for loop in for loop chapter. As of now, you
Oh,
can say that a banana, this where string is got to assign in a x variable, and then x variable for loop will what it will do, it will execute one by one characters. When I run this print, when I print this one, so each value is assigned to x, and then it will be one by one it will be printed here.
got it. Got it. Yeah.
Now, if you see here, when I pass bigger terms, so here counting a characters are difficult. Counting of the characters are difficult. So what I have done, I have like you can use the length functions to find how many characters are there in this. So you will get that one, including your spaces also, including the spaces also. So this is what check string. So whether like check string, what will happen? So you have a big consider that you have a big string. Okay, so this is a small string, a small sentence. If you have a big sentence or paragraph, and you want to find some key term is there in that or not, in that key term is there or not, then you can find it like using uh, you know uh, the text you can mention, and then in. in operator you can mention here. So in resume and all, if you want to find that how many times ETL testing or ADE is mentioned, so that also you can find it. So free is there in this term. So let me find whether we'll be able to find the length of this. Just extra things I'm doing. Let me see how many times it is there. If I want to find, no, it's not taking length function here. Okay. So bool, it will return, the in operator will return in boolean like true or false. So in that we'll be not able to take how many times the characters came or a string came. Slicing is string. As of now, we have seen that slicing is string. If you want to find first character, then you have to pass 0. And then if you want to find the range of characters, then you have to put the slice operator. This is called a slice operator. The colon will be treated as a slice operator. And if you want to find the range of characters, then you have to give here slice operator maybe to colon 5, which will be nothing but 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then 4. So 5 will be excluded and then 5 minus 1 will be printed here. Slice from the start. So if you want to start from starting till the fifth characters you want to print or fourth characters you want to print, then you don't have to mention anything here. It will be treated from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So up to here 0, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Hello will be printed here. Slice to the end. So if you want to print from one character, one positions to the end, then you can pass it like two colon, which will be treated as end is the endless till the characters or sentence end. Till there you have to get the output so that you can pass it like 0, 1, and then from second it will start and it will till the end it will be printed. So consider that I'm going to add multiple values here. So when I add multiple values here, so when I adding some multiple values here, consider this. So it's very difficult to count all these things, correct? Like till the end, how many characters are there? So I want to print from 2 to all, like 0, 1, and then 2 to all I want to print. So in this case, I'm gonna write it like this. It will print from 2 to all, or I want to print from world to till the end. So W will become from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 characters. You can print here 6. From 6, it will go till the end. So, hello. So, like this, you can work around. Negative indexing means what? Consider that you want to start from the end. Okay, use negative index to start the slice from the end of the string. So you want to start counting from the end. Okay, so you can print from like it's very difficult to get it from here because when you will count, you need like it may be not accurate. You will not able to count it accurately, but for a small things it will be fine. So I'm saying that get the characters from O in the world position 5. So where this O is here. So this O. So 1 second, guys. Let me drink water. So your last characters will be treated as -1, -2, -3, -4, and then -5. And then again, it will be end character, it will be -1. So whatever the value you are writing, it will be in case +1, it will be. So -5 will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So it will be started from here. And then I want to print two characters. Let me see the output of this one. So it's saying that ORL. So -5, -5, -4, -3, and then -2 will be excluded here. Okay, -2 will be excluded. Up to -3 only it will be work. Means what? How it will be? -2, -1, which will give you -3. So my assumptions were correct. -2 -1, which will give you -3. So -5 to -3 it will work. So -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 -5 -4 -3 up to here it will give ORL. Updating string. So if you want to update the string, so it's very simple. You don't have to use the update command. It will be straightforward, as it is like Python is very easy based on the English language. It's saying that update the string. This is just a printing method. This string will be printed. No functions applied here. Only thing is that you're gonna, from sixth character, from sixth, I want to replace this one as a Python. Means what? From this world, I want to replace as a Python. From sixth character, I want to replace complete this part as a Python. Python world, I guess, like before it is. So before colon it is treated, it will be, removed hello world, hello as a Python world, Python world. So if we have this part, then it will be removed this part. But after colon, they have mentioned the limit, and then starting they have not mentioned the limit. Means what? Before 6, whatever is there, it will be replaced with the whatever the value you want to add here. So hello Python only it is coming. So this is confusing little bit. So it's saying that uh, from starting till the 6th, it should be plus Python.
So basically here we are concatenating two strings with the plus operator, right, Jay?
Yeah, yeah. But like I want to find out this will be output will be what? Let me get it. So output of this will be hello only. So hello and then Python. Okay, fine. So it's not replacing this part. It's just printing this part. And then like we are just adding in place of this part, hello and then Python. Hello and then Python. So we are not updating anything here. We are not appending anything here. This is the where keyword. I'm just taking the piece of character here. We are taking the piece of character here, hello, till here. It will print hello, and then the things will be added here. You are correct. Like it's a concat operator. So we are getting the piece of character from this string. It is not impacting anything world, but like I'm taking this part, and then the Python will be added in last. So this is what when you'll have the Python is easy only, but sometimes no like you have to know little so many things in Python. Okay,
So
now next one. Hmm.
when we are adding two numbers, then it is behaving like a arithmetic operator.
Arithmetic operator, yeah.
Yeah, when we are adding two strings, then it is
Concat.
behaving like concatenating operator.
Yeah, yeah. Because string, it will not give you arithmetic way. It will give you always a concatenation of that.
Got it. That by default, Python will take care of that, right, Jay?
Yeah, yeah, by default it will be taken. And
Yeah,
the interpreter will act like in that way.
got it.
So same thing I modified for myself also. So hello world, I'm going to print as a hello J. So this will print as a hello J, and then this will be printed as a Python world. So from fifth 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, from fifth, this will be added here. So same thing. So Python world. Okay, this part is little bit big. Okay, we'll be able to finish in 5 minutes. Let me see. Okay, so modify string, yeah. Now it's coming as a modify string. So if you want to convert this into uppercase, then uppercase, then you are gonna apply upper function here. So which will convert this into uppercase. Like we were having upper method in SQL, same way here also. It will convert in a upper later. Lowercase, lower function, a dot lower. Method is almost same only, both the places. Okay. Remove white spaces. Where we were using trim, here we are using as a strip. So if you want to remove white spaces, then you are going to use both the sides. Then you are going to use strip method, strip method, strip method. So it will remove the white spaces from both the sides. Here, left, right, we don't have, only one thing is there, which will remove the white spaces, whatever you have. So it is going to remove the white spaces from both the sides, the extra spaces, like this. You run it and then strip method will work here. So, so let me show you this part as well. So len print len of a, okay, and then 44 characters are there now. After strip method, same 44 only. Yeah, four. Like the string is this only. And then if I pass here, b is equals to this value. And then I'm going to count here b. Then let me see how many characters will be there. So typo b is equals to print a dot string. This value will be not assigned to.
Before you keep that's
Sorry, come again.
two length you can give a no sir there you can give b here
No, like
short code
I want to assign this value to b. So to this variable, I'm doing something extra. So here, whatever the value, it will return this one, hello world. Okay. I want to assign to b. So let me see if space is the problem.
But
Object of
again,
type non-type has no length. So it will
again in the print you are using length, right? So I think you need to remove that length.
here.
In
No,
print last statement,
no,
again you are using.
here I'm able to print it. No. So that is not the problem. Maybe it will not able to assign this value to b. So what
Mhm.
it means. So the variable will be not assigned here. So that is the meaning. Sorry, a here. So now it will work. Now it's working, but we are not able to assign this value to anybody. So yeah. So these are the things you have to do practice, like again and again, or read it. Replace if you want to replace h by j, then replace functions will work here. H will be replaced by j. So like this, small things will be there, which will be like when you will be writing the big program. So there it will be useful. Split method, which will be used frequently in our database. Split method will will use frequently in our database. So the split method returns a list where the text between the specified separator become the list item. So what a split method will do? Consider that you have the hello world, okay, and you want to split these two words separately. Like from the comma, I want to print hello different, and then this should be different. Then a split method will work here. A split method will work here. Consider that I'm writing here. So now hello world is there. So consider that I want to split this one. This is now one common string, one string only. But I want to split this into two string. When I run this one, we get the values as a two string now. Two string. Now you see here inside the single quote, this is the two string, guys. So here also hello world, hello Python. So we have it will be broken into four string. It will be broken from the four string, and from where? From comma, I want to broke it. Consider that I have a something like, I have a something like a product.txt there. Let me not modify this query. So I'll use this query in the separate tab. Consider that I have a file called product product.txt. So like this, we have this one, and I want to break this one into break this one into two different string. So what we have to do, we can give here as a dot. So what will happen? It will be broke into two different string. Now this product and then text, product and then text.
But by default, that brackets will appear in the output, Jay.
Now when it will give you in a list. When they will give you the two product, two items here, two string here, it will give you in a list. What is list? We'll see that list is the one of the collections object where you what the like multiple objects you will have that will represent in the list. So the same thing they have explained here. It will be splitted into the list item. So it will make it a list item. So consider that you have multiple product here. Okay. Dot CSV. Okay. Dot XML XML. Okay. So I'm gonna break it different this thing. So it will be stored under the list. It will give you list of item.
Got it. Yep.
Okay. So all these things. How can you concate the string? So simple plus symbol will work here. So using plus symbol, you can concate the string here. So it will give you hello world. And the space will be added with the single quote. So let me take this out, program. So here, A hello world, A plus B plus J plus A plus B again. So the output will be what? Hello world, J hello world. So what I'm doing here, I'm adding here A plus B hello world. I'm adding here comma again using the plus symbol. And then I'm adding again J here, and then again I'm adding comma here, and then A plus B, hello world. So in between that, this is the things we have added here. So consider that you want to add a, dot here, then you can mention dot here. So it will be mentioned as a dot, hello world dot J dot hello world. Or we can mention here hello world at the rate J classes, something like that. Also we can mention. Classes, and then let's remove this one. First, hello world at the rate J classes. So we can add here a space. So how can you add the space? So double quote, space, double quote, and then plus symbol again. So hello world at the rate classes. J classes, something like this. Okay. So Python format string. So let me take it tomorrow, this one. Is it that fine? It's like 4 5 minutes it will take. We'll take it and then we'll complete it. 10 minutes will take. And then we'll move to the next topic, which will be the collections. It will be like list, tuple, set, and dictionary. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, guys. So we'll meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.